And good morning, Beer Fuel Fantasy family.
Woo!
Yay. Hopper sounds so excited. Get all your questions into the chat. We'll get to those momentarily. We're going to go ahead and run through all the news, inactives, and other things that have dropped here over the last 36-ish hours since we last recorded. As always, we have the whole team here. I'm at Nick Sparts. We've got Hopper down in St. Louis, where we'll be joining him shortly.
Is it as always? I feel like it's as of like this week, and then the last week or so it wasn't that. But anyway, at Hot BFF with 2 Ps. Happy Sunday.
I mean, you've been down there like a month.
What's that?
You've been down there like a month.
I know.
You don't need to remind them.
As always, you got the whole team here, and we all weren't here last week.
All
so
right.
I was questioning whether the whole team being here was really an as always situation.
The as always I think was to you, but okay. All right. We got Dan Thury here as well.
At Thury BFF. Welcome, awkward Sunday morning.
It is an awkward Sunday morning. As you can tell,
I've got awkward asking for a friend.
All right. As you can see from Dan and I, if you're watching, if you got the video up, we're both in hockey jerseys. So unfortunately, we're not going to get to watch much football today. We're going to be running down to St. Louis to watch a hockey game.
We had other things to do.
I will be watching at least the noon games, and then we'll see. I've got a change to put in for work on during the late games, so we'll see how quick I get through that.
Maybe at the very least you can have them on in the background, right?
Yeah.
All right. So quick, got to go through some guys, some news that have broken out here. First one is it looks like Chris Carson will not be going in the afternoon games.
He's expected not to play, still a game time decision, but have your contingency plans in place. If you don't have anybody at 3 o'clock you would prefer to play, then go ahead and bench him and play a noon game.
Chris Carson is the reason that I have to play Kenny Stills in a game this week.
Oh,
he'll go off today.
Yeah.
I mean, they're playing the Packers.
They're playing
so
the
I hope
Packers, so you
if
know.
Mike Davis is out there, grab him.
Yeah.
Yep, definitely grab Mike Davis if you get an opportunity to. Otherwise, there's not a lot of other noon game plays I can think of that are going to be available that are worth grabbing.
That's a lot to think about. We got a lot of questions to go through here, guys.
Maurice Harris, if he's out there.
Oh, are they a 3 o'clock game?
They might be. I don't know.
I think they're noon.
I think they're noon. But I thought that your comment was there's not a lot of noon games to grab.
There's more noon games to grab. Yeah, Maurice Harris would be a great option.
Yeah.
All right. Well, if we got a bunch of questions, let's not get too much of a backup here. Let's start off with Susan Bader. Full PPR. Should I flex Duke Johnson or T.Y. Hilton?
Dookie.
I think I'm going Duke Johnson.
Dookie Johnson.
I'm going Duke Johnson there as well. T.Y. Hilton was my sit of the week, and it's because the Jacksonville pass defense is still number one, and I don't think that they've given up a 12-point game or more to a wide receiver yet this year. So
yeah, and Ramsey's going to almost 100%
did.
shadow.
Hogan,
that was the only one. That's right.
And it was a weird
no one
touchdowns
cares
for
about
no
Chris
yards.
Hogan. Yeah.
No, well, and we make these notes during the week, and then we don't reference them at all on Sunday. But I think this was a stat. I knew there was a reason.
Maybe.
For it,
all right. Crunchy Tacos White asks Mohamed Sanu or Danny Amendola in standard.
Standard. Ugh.
I think Mohamed Sanu's more likely to score. So
Sanu.
I'd probably go Sanu. The yardage will be about the same.
Yeah. For the touchdown there, and that's Sanu that has a better chance at that.
Especially with Stills back.
I agree with Nick.
Yeah.
Colton asks, he's going against Big Ben this week, so which is the better play in PPR, Fournette or AP? I think it's Fournette by a lot.
Fournette, they're saying he's not going to get any sort of workload limitation, so it should be.
And he practiced in full this week. No setbacks, no issues.
Yeah, this could be like a Delvin Cook thing.
And AP's missing 4 of his 5 starting offensive linemen.
Yeah, and a game that could turn upside down if Tampa Bay's offense really clicks early.
Yeah, they may be switching completely over to Capri.
I'm not a huge fan of AP this week.
So that brings up another asking for a friend for me.
All right,
I've got 2 now.
I think it's Pavan. Is that Pavan?
Yeah,
sure.
Whatever.
All right, let me know if that's incorrect. He wants to know Galladay versus T. Williams. I'm assuming Tyrell.
It wouldn't be Terrence. He's on IR.
So that would be Galladay.
It's going to be Galladay against a very
Galladay, and I don't
beatable.
love it.
Yeah.
Though, if possible, give us scoring. That helps a lot.
It wouldn't matter for me. It's still going to be Galladay in all formats.
Dylan wants to know big Leonard Fournette as opposed to standard size Leonard Fournette. Zeke or Chubb, half PPR pick 2.
What were the other options? I only heard Fournette or Chubb.
Fournette, Zeke, or Chubb.
You're
Pick
not
two.
benching. There's no way you're benching Zeke.
It's against the
don't
Eagles.
Don't get cute. And
Don't
bench
get
Zeke.
cute and bench Zeke. Like
As
I might
bad
bench
as it
Zeke.
is.
no, it's really between Fournette and Chubb.
All right. Well, these two are outvoting me, but I'm voting Fournette and Chubb.
No,
it's Zeke and Fournette for me.
yeah.
All right. Alex wants to know pick two full PPR. He corrected himself later in the chat here. Chubb, Mixon, Aaron Jones, Kerryon Johnson in full PPR. I think it's Mixon and Aaron Jones.
Chubb, Mixon, Jones,
Yahoo
Kerryon.
apparently knows something I don't. Sammy Watkins has just switched to out.
Yeah, he's ruled inactive today.
Yep. Well, they just dropped the inactives.
It literally just happened.
It's going to be Mixon, Aaron Jones for Alex's. Chubb, Mixon, Jones, or Kerryon Johnson. I think it's Mixon and Jones for me there.
Mixon and Aaron Jones. Well, no.
In full PPR for me, definitely.
Oh yes, I didn't hear the scoring. Yes, in full PPR, yes it is.
I might take Chubb over Mixon in standard, but not in full PPR.
Chubb has like no PPR upside at all.
Yeah.
Bobby Brown, Marquez Valdez-Scantling, Deshaun Jackson, or Kerryon with a C.
Carry on my wayward
MVS.
MVS.
MVS. Hammer the MVS.
MVS.
We just need an MVS button, right?
MVS.
And then Pavan also wants to know Reed versus Doyle.
Doyle.
No,
No.
they play Jacksonville.
And
Jacksonville's
what has
great
Reed
at
done
that.
this entire year? Absolutely nothing.
I am-
What have tight ends done against Jacksonville this entire year?
What has
Absolutely
Reed done
nothing.
in all plus matchups this year? I'm going with the safer option.
I'm
in
still
Jacksonville.
going Reed.
It's Jordan Reed. This sounds like a bet.
Should be a shot bet.
It should be. I don't know how I can. I'll pay mine up on video, but yes,
We can do it. We can do it when we're in St. Louis because I'm staying after the hockey
you?
game.
All right. Well, you
What do you-
two.
Hey, message me after the show. Do you work tomorrow, Dan?
I work at noon tomorrow.
Okay. Well, I mean, I've got a spare bedroom if you and Katrina wanted to hang out down here.
Well, Katrina has to work. No, she doesn't work, right? Veterans
It's
Day.
President's Day. Or it's Veterans Day. I mean, it's Veterans Day today.
We're not-
We won't make plans on air. We'll do this.
We'll
later.
figure it out later.
All right.
I'll talk to you after we stop the live stream.
I think it was the most convoluted into
know
a
who's-
shot bet ever.
You know who's gonna win this? It's gonna be Verdon Davis versus Eric Ebron.
All right. Jack wants to know Cohen or Lewis, Woods or Josh Gordon PPR. So two separate questions here. I think I'm gonna go Deion Lewis over Cohen because Cohen's touch loads dropped,
I'm going Lewis for sure.
and then Woods or Josh Gordon. I think I'm going Gordon.
Josh Gordon with the cake matchup against Malcolm Butler.
Yeah, he's gonna.
Lewis,
But I like
It's
Woods
Lewis.
too.
it's Lewis and Gordon for me as well. Gordon kick matchup, Lewis revenge game, and pass catching backs are way better against New England.
And then Colton's got kind of a deeper question here. He's want trade targets for weeks 11 and 12. I can't afford a loss to get in, so I need to trade Gurley for an RB who's had their bye already.
Ooh.
So that means
this situation
Can't trade for Hunt because he also has his bye coming up. So you're probably looking to trade for Barkley or Kamara with a little juice on
I
top.
think Connor in a piece. I don't think Bell's gonna be back, so you can
Connor and a piece would also be an interesting one to move.
Connor in a piece. He scored a bunch. Even CMC, if you can get a higher end receiver with him.
Yeah,
7
Connor-
touchdowns in 3 games is pretty good.
Connor and CMC are both good options. I would take Barkley over Kamara. I know it hasn't been pretty. He is a running back 3 though, I believe. It's 3 or 4. He's top 5.
I would say I'm pretty sure
Uh,
Kamara is 2, isn't he?
I'm gonna look that up real quick. I want to say though that it was Gurley, Connor, and Barkley.
And then Kamara was
I think
4.
it depends on
Yeah.
scoring.
Well,
I think it really depends.
we use God scoring, which is half PPR.
I know, but I think it
I'll
even
look it up. Let me look it up for half PPR real quick. Move on.
those are pieces I'm looking at.
And Dylan says standard size Fournette sucks. He wants extra large. Doyle or Alex wants to know Doyle or Burton in full PPR. I think that's an easy Burton call because he has a juicy matchup this week against the Lions.
He is 2
Because he gets all the receptions.
Kamara is 2. He jumped Connor and Barkley as of last week, I think. Hold on.
He had another 3 touchdown game, so that's not surprising.
Yeah, that's what it was. Kamara is 2 now because he jumped Connor and Barkley last week.
Yeah.
Last week when I looked at this, it was Gurley, Barkley, Connor.
All right. Sherman wants to know Baldwin or Marvin Jones in half-point PPR.
Jones.
See, here's the thing for me. I've had to make Doug Baldwin decisions this week, and I don't love it. But when I put my logic hat on instead of my feeling hat on, I'm running Doug Baldwin out there because it's going to be a high-scoring game. He is still, what I believe to be at least one of the best 2 targets on that Seattle team, and it's against the Rams, who have not necessarily been fantastic in the passing game. So that all points me towards Doug Baldwin versus Marvin Jones, where the Bears pass rush is probably going to bother Stafford, especially with Khalil Mack back. And it was not pretty last week for the Lions offense.
Yeah, I'm still leaning Jones because of big play potential, and that's the one. Those are the one type of receivers that really hurt the Bears. And Baldwin has been really. I mean, they've both been inconsistent, but Jones has been fairly more consistent in terms of what is the production there.
Thing, but my counter argument to that would be, you have to have time for your receivers to get downfield.
That's true.
The other thing in Jones's favor that I would say is he's getting, especially with Tate now gone, I expect he's more likely to see more targets of the 2.
I'm just wondering who's going to end up seeing the safe, like the Matthew Stafford. I need a safe throw real quick, or my safety valve.
That's Theo Riddick.
Well,
right.
We'll see.
I don't know. I'm Doug Baldwin on that one, but it sounds like I'm being outvoted. So there you go.
I'm real close, so I could go either way on it. I'd probably slightly lean Jones though, just based on targets. Susan has another question here. She wants to know: it's full PPR, Sony Michel or Duke Johnson?
Duke Johnson.
Duke Johnson.
Michel could get game scripted out if he's not fully healthy, which I don't think he is. If the game goes kind of.
Tennessee's run defense is very good.
That too.
Yeah, they've only had 1 or 2 big games against them all season.
I can see a lot of CP, a lot of Patterson if they need to.
Patterson will be gadget. I see a lot of James White though, because that is an area that James White is okay this week, but I don't like Sony, and it's because Tennessee is good in both facets against running backs, but they're a lot better against running backs versus pass catching. And James White, we know, is the definitive pass catcher there, so that pulls me off of Sony a bit.
Yeah,
this week.
All right, Alex has a question here, and this one is gross. Pick 2.5 PPR: Mohamed Sanu, Derrick Henry, Jordan Reed, and Doug Martin.
Doug Martin and Mohamed Sanu.
I might go Sanu and Reed.
Reed's a decent flex play in terms of this, which makes it even better and somewhat more mute because he's going to play both Reed and Doyle.
Yeah,
the shot bet still stands.
He is playing the shot bet.
He's playing the shot bet. He's a fan of the show. He knows where my loyalty lies with Doyle. Reed for sure. Then I think it's. I'm afraid with Doug Martin could get game scripted out if the Chargers get up early. It can be a lot more Jalen Richard than Dougie Fresh. So I think Sanu Reed.
Yeah, Sanu Reed's my pick.
Yeah,
it's not Derrick Henry.
Yeah.
Definitely not.
If you have Derrick Henry in your question, you can just remove him from the question.
Yeah, it's never Derrick Henry.
Yeah. Hashtag never Derrick Henry.
All right. Jared wants to know: would you guys play Richard over Kerryon Johnson this week?
Yes.
If it's full PPR, yes. Half, maybe. Standard, no.
Yeah, I'm going that way. Yeah, I'm going that way.
Any form of PPR, I'm doing that.
All right. Pavan wants to know: can there be any upside in playing Tyrell Williams, as I fear there'll be more sacks on Stafford with.
Yes, that is a true fear, and Tyrell's good for big plays. He's done it, but we've always been a show that doesn't chase touchdowns here. And granted, he's done well with that, but doesn't get volume. Like you're looking for 2 receptions is what he normally averages at this point. So that's more of your big play potential.
I don't know if they have to take deep shots in this one.
I think they will.
They probably will early
because they always start the game out with a deep shot. I feel like every time I look at my phone, it's Tyrell Williams for 75 yards on the first play of the game. It's like, all right, well, that happened.
And I don't trust it. I think the answer is yes, there could be, but I don't feel good about it.
Yeah.
He says Pavan says his only other option would be Maurice Harris, who I actually do like a lot this week.
I would play Harris over Williams.
Over Galladay or Williams?
Over Williams.
Not over Galladay, but over Williams. I think Galladay is going to have he's going to see decent target volume this week. especially if the Bears' offense continue. Lions have had one bad week on per offensive line, and we're all freaking out about it too.
All right, Colton, Ty. He says Ty, so I'm assuming Ty Hilton or Tyler Lockett PPR.
Well, if it's T.Y. Hilton or Tyler Lockett, the only other person I would consider as a T.Y. would be like a Tyler something or a Tyrell or
it's
something.
It's not Ty Montgomery.
Either way.
Bye week.
Lockett?
Yeah.
Yeah, he scored against the Rams last time they played.
He's had one bad game. I mean, he had his one bad game last week of the year. He's been fairly consistent otherwise.
98 yards and a touchdown against the Rams last time they played, or 92. I don't remember what the number was. It was above 90.
Is he going to see Peters too? It won't be Baldwin because I don't think Peters shadows.
No, Peters is a fixed side of the field, and Peters has been awful, so they probably just line Lockett up on Peters.
That's what I'm saying, is that it'll be either Lockett or Moore, and I doubt it's going to be Moore on him. They'll probably
I think the note I saw on Peters was that it was like 118th out of 150 in PFF.
Yeah, he is fucking garbage. He's always been garbage. He's just been really aggressive.
Yeah, and I think they're not scheming to hide his deficiencies as well as they did in
because
Kansas
the
City.
Offense can score enough that it doesn't matter.
And Eric Reed isn't there. Or Eric Berry, sorry. Eric Reed.
You just combined.
When our powers combine.
That would be one hell of a safety.
All right. Pick 3, half PPR. Aaron Jones, Marvis Valdez-Scantling, Deion Lewis, Larry Fitzgerald, Kenny Galladay, or Calvin Ridley.
Jesus.
That's a lot of names I want to start.
Can you read those again so I can write them down?
Jones, MVS, Deion Lewis, Fitz, Galladay, Ridley. And it's half PPR. I think I got to get Jones in there.
It's got to be Jones and Lewis for sure, just because of
Jones, Lewis,
touch volume.
And then I think my next pick is between either MVS or Ridley because I like both their matchups.
I like Fitz's matchup too against Kansas City and all that throwing. Talking about all the throwing.
He will catch their best corner out of the slot though.
I don't think I don't know how much it matters, but that's tough.
I'm with Dan. I would say Fitz over the other two just because it feels like the floor is safer. And I like the upside of Lewis and Jones this week. But that would be a tough choice for me between Fitz and MVS and Ridley.
So we all get graded as Jones and Lewis. Now it's the third one. I'm going to go with Hopper and Fitz here. If you're talking about, insulated volume and targets, Fitz has to lead between the three.
Yeah, I agree Jones, Lewis, and then I think my call is Ridley for my third. I love all three of those guys this week, though. All right, let's see if any more news broke here.
Chris Ivory is inactive, as much as that cares or matters.
Marcus Murphy, Ivory was getting some touches, and
he was
his Jets. So Marcus Murphy, if you're desperate, I guess.
As we mentioned earlier, no Sammy Watkins.
Gio Bernard's playing.
Gio's playing. That's going to hurt Mixon's ceiling for
ever so slightly.
Ever so slightly. It's not that much.
Ryan Grant is back finally after his ankle issues kept him out for like the last month.
Who? Ryan Grant? Oh, okay. They said something else.
Ronald Jones is out.
Peyton Barber.
Matt Bryant is out. Rob Gronkowski is out.
Jawan Taylor's out, if anybody cares.
Hey, at least New England's kind enough to let us know that Gronk's not playing.
Matt Barkley is starting for Buffalo.
Yeah, we saw that. We announced that on Friday, but in case anyone missed, yeah.
Well, it wasn't truth yet.
Official on Friday. There was a discussion about it, and I think we laughed and said we hope Matt Barkley started.
And Matt Barkley is.
And Matt Barkley
is
starting.
They announced on Friday that Matt Barkley was starting.
No,
they didn't.
100% confirmed that they did that.
Let me pull up your notes.
Anyways, it looks like AJ Green's probably not going to play next week, but they're still holding out hope. This day is Cincy. So
Pavan wants to know Yeldon versus Eckler this week in standard. I think that's Eckler easily.
Standard Eckler.
I mean, I don't know
PPR wise, I'd do Yeldon, but
I don't know if he gets enough touches.
I don't. Well, they both probably
check
won't.
Back Sunday, Josh Allen elbow in your weekend notes.
They didn't announce that Matt Barkley was going to start till yesterday.
Well,
it was being debated between Peterman and Barkley with the off chance that Josh Allen was going to play. They announced that he was out Friday, but they didn't still make a decision between Peterman and Barkley till yesterday.
Tune in Sunday morning where we all feel feisty. On air.
I didn't get a lot of sleep. I only drank half my coffee.
I've been up since 5 o'clock because Lindsay had a meeting and I couldn't go back to sleep after she left.
Oof.
Hey, I got some asking for.
There you go. Let's do those.
If we're down for that.
Yes.
Sure.
If we're down for that type of thing. All right. I need 3
You need
out of
3.
this.
3.
Actually, just set this lineup for me. That's
You
what
should
I'm
type it
doing.
in the chat so we can see it.
Yeah, I'm not there. I'm just gonna read. I'll make
Okay.
it easy. I'll break it down.
All right.
So Mike Davis or Leonard Fournette?
Fournette.
Fournette?
Yes.
Okay.
I want to get both in the lineup, but
Well, my other backs are Tariq Cohen and Marlon Mack. So
I would-
Davis
I would
played
bench
Davis.
Cohen.
I played Davis over Cohen. Well,
Okay.
God, it's tough too.
And then I'm keeping Marlon Mack in for sure.
Yes.
And then the other option here is not really an option anymore because, no, never mind on that one. And then the other one that I had was Chris Herndon or Chris Godwin at Scott Fish.
Herndon?
yeah, I think it's Herndon with the
With the Titan
With-
premium boost
yeah.
to it?
And then would
Yeah.
you start Godwin over Corey Davis or no? It's against New England. My thoughts, no.
Yeah, I'm still going Davis.
I don't really like either this week though.
See, well then if that's the case, I'm chasing
Targets.
targets at that point. Then you got to go Davis if you don't like the matchups for both.
Yeah, I'm chasing targets there.
Then you
2
chase-
wins away from officially making the playoffs in that league. By the
I
way.
see that they Scott Fish posted his weekly playoff breakdown, and we
Yep.
I went and saw for both of you guys where you guys were. And
I'm 3 points outside of the playoffs right now.
I am doing the worst, but I'm glad
Isn't
that I'm glad
8
that
wins auto bid.
8 wins is auto win, yeah.
Yeah, I'm 6-3 right now, so I need 2 more.
I'm just glad that at least one of us on this show is representing well Scott Fish.
My scoring's been fine. I've just run into a couple buzzsaws, which has brought my record down. But
Yeah,
I should be able to get in here. I've got some juicy schedules down the stretch.
We'll
All I
see.
can say is thank you, Love Bell.
Yeah, I was thinking of drafting Connor, and I didn't, and I'm really regretting it because that would have really helped my team.
Same here. All right, we got another question coming in from Raymond. I need to fill a wide receiver slot and flex slot. These options. So pick 2. One needs to be a receiver. Eckler, Larry Fitz, Kenny Galladay, Tyler Lockett, Doug Baldwin, and MVS. Needs to be a receiver.
So,
Pick 2.
so let's knock out the receiver first.
Fitz,
Fitz.
Galladay. What were the others?
Lockett, Baldwin, or MVS.
I don't think you're playing Eckler in this situation, regardless.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be 2 receivers.
Yeah.
Unless
think
it's
so, too.
unless it's standard.
He didn't specify scoring, so you want to I don't think it would matter for me.
I'm
but
gonna assume half PP. It wouldn't. I like Eckler in standard and half, just because, like I pointed out on the show, he does do a ton better when the Chargers play from ahead, and I fully expect that to be the case today.
yeah.
But I don't know, given the plus wide receiver options here this week, that I'm gonna start Eckler over any of them.
I'm starting Fitz for sure. He's my wide receiver spot. Flex, it's going to be between Galladay, Lockett, Baldwin, and MVS for me.
Yeah, I'm with you. I'm definitely starting Fitz, and then
I think I'm going MVS and Lockett for my 2, but Fitz would probably be my 3rd choice.
probably Fitz and Baldwin for me, but I
We're
don't
all-
feel good about that over Lockett.
Yeah, I trust Lockett over more than Baldwin at this point. I'm going Fitz and Lockett. But I love MVS's upside this week too. If they're
I
big
do
play
too.
scoring, he gets one of the worst corners in a game that may be closer than I think people expect. Actually, I'm going to go Fitz and
you know what?
MVS.
Screw it. Try to hit the home run. Fitz and MVS.
Yeah, we're going Fitz MVS from Hopper and I, Raymond. Thank you for the questions, guys. Keep them coming in. We got another one this week from Trey S. Good luck this week, fellas. Thanks, man.
Thank you.
Full PPR, Deion Lewis, Golden Tate, or Marlon Mack.
I don't see how you can sit Marlon Mack
You
right now.
can't sit Marlon
You
Mack.
can't sit
but
Marlon Mack right
Deion
now.
Lewis. It's not Golden Tate, even though he went off against Cowboys, I want to say in week 6.
Yeah, I want to see him in the system. I like him as a wide receiver 2 this week, but the others are like fringe running back 1s.
Hey, is Matt Breida hurt this week?
No,
He probably will be at
Okay.
some point.
Hey, I never know.
This is the first time in a long time though he has not had a Q tag on him.
Yeah,
Just wait.
No, I'm sure by halftime it'll be there.
I'm sure it will be also. Yeah, I just assume he's always hurt at this point, so I don't know. I got to start him someplace.
I got to start him lots of places. Yay.
Why did you make our dynasty league so deep? That lineup feels so gross, but yet I'm somehow in a division lead, I think.
Oh, and the listener dynasty.
I'm starting Chris Godwin, Traquan Smith, and Austin Carr.
And
they all might be good plays this week. Double Saints. Let's go.
I mean, the only one of those that feels really gross is Austin Carr.
Yeah, it is. Well, my running backs are Kenyon Drake, Matt Breida, James White.
Well, that's good.
Alex Smith and Blake Bortles. Which feels really gross.
That's
anyway,
right.
I'm somehow 5-4 in that.
I think I'm 6-3.
You are. We're all doing pretty well for.
Yeah. I tend to do well in our listener leagues for whatever reason.
I am also 5-4 in that.
Any more questions, guys? Come rolling in there. We got some more time. We typically end around 11, but we'll go later if you guys
11:15, somewhere in there.
You guys keep pumping up those questions. Any weather concerns? Weatherman over there. I know we have the forest fires and smoke coming down in Cali. Any concerns with those?
It might affect video quality, but it's not expected to affect the games at all. And otherwise, weather is perfect this week. Like
that's still fun.
It's green across the board.
That's boring.
For those of you out there in Cali, we hope you guys got into safe situations and things like that.
I'm assuming if they're not in safe situations, they're probably not watching the show right now.
Hey, we matter.
They are curled up in the fetal position, just listening to us for comfort. My voice is very comforting.
All right, another question from Raymond is Chris Herndon a decent streaming option this week? And the answer is yes.
Yep.
He's done it 4 straight weeks. He's giving you a decent stream. So
either 60 yards or a touchdown, or both.
And it's a decent matchup against the Bills where they need to throw to somebody. Any good stashes for next week? I'm looking at Cardinals D versus the Raiders. I could cut Richard and Ingram. I wouldn't cut Ingram.
No, not with the tight end situations. I have Doyle, Melvin Gordon, Austin Eckler, Fournette, Zeke, and Chubb.
So Richard's a safe cut for him then.
Yeah.
I wouldn't mind getting the Cardinals D. They're probably going to be the top 3 or 4 defense for me next week because they're decent and they're facing the Raiders.
Yeah.
Bills are on bye, so you can't just target the Bills next week.
What are the Jets doing?
Is that what we're doing?
The Jets are on bye too, aren't they?
The Jets are also on bye.
God damn it.
Damn.
The only defense I spotted that I liked more next week already is Chargers at home against the Broncos.
Who do the Colts have next week? Is that their Texans game?
I think it's the Texans.
Yeah, it's the 1 week in the rest of their season. I didn't like them.
Pavan asks, how about Cincy versus Lamar Jackson?
Next week?
The issue I have with that is the Cincy's defense has been fucking horrible this year.
So here's the thing about Lamar Jackson.
He's going to run all over him.
He's going to run a lot. It doesn't matter who he plays because he's not a great passer yet. I don't know if he ever will be. This is going to be like Michael Vick situations and what we've seen from Marcus Mariota and Dak Prescott. You're not going to get it done with the passing, so you're hoping that he can get it done with the rushing, which I'm assuming he's going to be because I'm sure they're going to change up how that passing game is, and there's going to be a lot more run focus and a lot more bootleg and RPO and things like that to keep his options limited.
I was wrong about the Colts, by the way. It's Jags, Titans, Dolphins, Jags, and before they get the Texans.
Oh, they get the Jags next week? That's not bad.
No, they get the Jags this week. They get the Titans next week, which is still not bad.
Yeah, Titans is also good then. Cool.
We'll see how well they play against them.
I've been stashing the Colts everywhere as a pairing defense.
Yeah, and Lions. And Lions for their 14-15 matchups. Cardinals, Bills.
And I've said it before, I'll say it again. Titans, rest of season. Or Colts, rest of season. Sorry, they got the Titans, the Dolphins, the Jaguars, the Texans, which is the 1 week I don't like, and then Dallas, New York, the Giants, not the Jets, and then the Titans in the fantasy season.
Yeah.
All right. Anything else we need to talk about here? Try to go through and also set all my lineups while we're doing this.
That's what I was doing before the show, and man, Kenny Stills or Anthony Miller came up as a legit question at one point.
Why wouldn't it be Anthony Miller?
Stills with Robinson back.
No, I did choose Anthony Miller in that one, I think.
I don't think I have much.
It was a different league where I had to run Stills in because of Carson. I didn't have it was Stills or Nelson Aguilar.
Gross.
Gio Bernard or Kerryon Johnson. I'm looking at that. I'm like, oh boy.
Kerryon Johnson?
Yeah. I have him in right now. Feels bad, man. But, let's look at Nick's redraft league where I'm down 53 points.
I'm down 40.
I'm down. down more to a James Conner and CMC stack. Thankfully, I had Funches, and that didn't kill me.
I feel bad whoever ran into Roethlisberger in that league because it's 6-point passing touchdowns.
Let's see. Depends who played him, if they played him. No one played him.
Oh. So who's crying is the question.
I'm going to find out here. Who has him on their bench?
Paul.
No, Paul has Matt Ryan and Joe Flacco. Yanni. Oh, he played Jared Goff over Big Ben this week.
Why?
I see his reading. Goff at home it's like Breeze at home and Big Ben. He plays a lot better at home. But I don't know why you don't.
Asking for a friend, half-point PPR. Maurice Harris or Doug Martin?
Maurice Harris.
All right. Well, if that causes me to beat Lindsay, that's on you, Hopper.
Oh, shit. Doug Martin. Did I say Maurice Harris? I sneezed. I meant Doug Martin.
It's a very unique sneeze.
Maurice Harris.
All right. We got more questions. Is it Pavin? Pavin wants to know. Sorry if we're mispronouncing your name. Kansas City's defense rest of the season.
Let's check their schedule.
I love them this week. And they get the Cardinals.
I know they get the Chargers again at least once, which sucks. They get the Rams.
The Rams are in next week.
So they have one nice matchup left, and that's in 3 weeks against the Raiders. Because they get the Rams and then a bye week.
Yep.
Yeah, it's Rams bye. Well, they got the Ravens too, which may not be terrible, but then it's Chargers, Seahawks, and
to finish.
Seahawks to
Chargers,
finish.
Seahawks. Ooh.
So
if you're pairing them, they're probably okay, but I wouldn't ride with just them.
Yeah.
I mean, you maybe hold them through week 14, and then you're cutting them.
Yeah.
All right, Dylan. Would it be better to pick up a handcuff to stash like Ware or Malcolm Brown instead of a defense? If you have Todd Gurley,
who's your defense?
Yeah,
I'm assuming you're saying cutting a second defense.
Yeah, that's my guess.
Well, but my question still plays. What defenses do you have? Because that's going to depend on how I answer that.
I'm not so much in stashing Spencer Ware, but Malcolm Brown, if you have the bench spots, I would rather stash a second defense than if you have limited bench capabilities. You don't have an elite defense the rest of the season. There really isn't an elite defense the rest of the season that I'd be super happy with, especially when it comes to playoffs and you're looking for more.
Not that's readily available. So unless you're, it really just depends on what your defenses are. For me, I lean more towards stashing the two defenses. And the reason for that is if you're stashing a handcuff, yes, you're being safe about it. But at the same time, you're using that bench spot on the possibility of an injury versus if you don't have an elite defense, the second defense is a more usable piece in that scenario.
Here's his up. He has just the Packers defense for this week, so this would be if he wants to pick up a second one.
I mean, it also depends on what defenses are available. Are there people that can really set you in good shape for the next couple of weeks? Like, is the Colts available or somebody like that? Otherwise, if it's like just some kind of fringe streaming type options, then I'd probably grab a handcuff. Because just with Watkins being ruled out, I dumped him in an IR spot and I picked up Spencer Ware in a league where it's like, hey, if something happened to Hunt today, that could be a home run type hit.
Like this is when you start to think about wanting to have your roster set up just in case of injuries. This is where you want to start, thinking about picking up your big handcuffs, your Malcolm Browns, your
Packers
maybe Rod Smith.
Season schedule is tough after this week.
So, all right.
And it's not a good defense either.
No, and it's Seahawks, Vikings, Cardinals at home, which is okay, but then Falcons, Bears, and then they end with the Jets. So they've really got 2 out of 6 plus matchups left.
So basically, you're playing streaming defenses every week. I would hold on. I would start to think about picking up Malcolm Brown and just to protect losing a RB1 for your playoff run, which I'm assuming you're going to have.
Because there's no reason to hold on to the Packers defense and not just turn them every week for streaming.
All right, we'll move on to Jeff Key here. PPR need 1 in flex and 1 in wide receiver. So again, pick 2. 1 has to be a receiver. Kerryon Johnson, Kenny Golladay, Amari Cooper, Allen Robinson, or Mike Davis. Sorry for the long questions, just very unsure. No problem, man. We've answered a bunch of these.
Full PPR, Mike Davis, Allen Robinson.
He didn't say full. He just said PPR, but so
I'm assuming it's full PPR.
We'll assume
since we
full.
didn't specify half.
Yeah, one has to be receiver. Pick 2: Kerryon, Galladay, Cooper, Robinson, or Mike Davis.
I'm going at Robinson and Davis.
Dan, who do you got?
I'm going Kenny Galladay and Mike Davis.
I'm with Nick. It's Robinson and Davis for me.
I'm torn between Galladay and Robinson. For me, there is going to be targets and who's more likely to get them.
I am not buying into Detroit pass catchers this week.
All right. Half PPR need 2: Traquan Smith, Mike Williams, Corey Davis.
Corey Davis, Traquan Smith.
I agree.
That's tough.
I'm not
feels bad.
real
man.
confident in Mike Williams' 1 catch for a touchdown in back-to-back weeks.
Yeah, I'm not real. And it's a game they're not going to have to throw a lot again. When he was
Mike Williams may not even score.
When Mike Williams was on a tear earlier this season, the Chargers were playing from behind. They're not going to play from behind against Oakland.
Yeah, Pavons. My second defense is the LA Rams, so I guess drop both and gets Colts defense. Rams have a brutal defense or a brutal schedule the rest of the season. Their defense has not lived up to the hype they got. I like
when they were
I like Fowler
bad
as
teams.
I like Fowler as a pass catcher, but when your offense is as elite as theirs is, and their defense isn't as shut down, they're going to get scored upon.
Like if you're holding the Rams, you're really holding them for Week 16 when they get the Cardinals.
Then I would play the Colts. I mean, if you want to hold 2, I'd do Colts and Rams. If you want to, play that.
Because they have Chiefs, bye week, Lions, Bears, Eagles, Cardinals. As my mic tries to commit suicide.
Yep, the only good matchup there's the Cardinals.
I don't hate them against the Lions. If the Lions offense,
the Lions' issue is edge rushers, which is not the strength of the Rams.
I don't know.
No, they're good up the middle.
To hear you talk today, Kenny Galladay and Marvin Jones are world beaters, and you shouldn't even consider it.
I gotta play against the one weakness that the Bears show, and that's against receivers. It was full. Here we go, Jorge. I need one for my flex. Aaron Jones, Deion Lewis, Doug Baldwin, Julian Edelman, or Sony Michel. Full point PPR.
That's between Jones and Lewis.
Yeah,
Lewis and full point.
Yeah, I'm going Lewis and full point.
Lewis has been really, really good, but man, do I not want to sit Aaron Jones this week. But yeah, it's Deion Lewis.
It's full
point PPR switches that for me.
They're both pretty much the same in terms of what you're going to get from their rushing. Well, not the same from their rushing, but a full point is going to lean towards who's going to be the better pass catcher this week.
No, standard, it's Jones. Half point, it's close, but I think it's still Jones. But when you flip that to full point, Deion Lewis gets the edge.
Yep, I agree.
Asking for a friend, standard. Amari Cooper, Devontae Parker.
Amari Cooper.
I wish I didn't.
I know the matchup sucks, but I think they're still going to force feed him every game this season to try to prove to everybody that it was justifiable to give up a first-round pick for him.
Yeah, well, Parker does get the Packers, but yeah, that's where I'm sitting.
Amendola could steal stuff from him. I don't know. I'm playing Parker this week.
Losing Watkins to the injury and Diggs on bye really hurts.
Yeah. I don't even drink beer, but I still love this podcast. Hey, you don't have to drink beer to listen to this show. I mean, we do because we want to make sure you guys can get through it.
And we like to try different beers. We've gotten to try close to 200 of them over the last year and a half, so that's good.
Of all different kinds, not just our favorites.
Hey, I drink bourbon. I like my wine. I'm drinking coffee this morning, which is another thing I like. Out of a mug with my face on it. So
only you.
Yeah, if you don't drink anything, it's fine too. Just
water.
Tune in.
Yeah, we're
Ooh.
Water here too.
Defense question.
Hey, Eagles, Bills, or Colts?
Eagles, Bills, or Colts? Colts got the Jaguars. Bills have the Jets with McCown, and Eagles get the Cowboys.
I think
Bills.
McCown's an upgrade.
He might be with no receiving core.
Yeah, he's got no Anderson, no Pryor,
and a 34 point. I think a 34.5 point over
I thought it was 36, but it's not high.
At that point, there's not much of a difference.
It's between the Bills and the Colts for me, I think.
I'm going Bills here. I think you play both defenses from that game, and you hope.
Well, unless he's in a 2-defense league, I don't
know.
No, he's saying Jets and Bills are good plays.
I would play him. Yeah.
Yeah, I know what he's saying, but
I need to create a league that we can play. Two defense,
two defense,
or,
two kicker
two
league.
flexes. You get to pick between defense and kicker,
Oh, so it's a kicker, defense, and then a flex with a second kicker or second defense.
or just do two flex
Could you
plays.
make a flex spot be just a kicker and a defense?
MFL, you for sure could.
I'm probably sure. There's probably a way to do it.
Huh.
We'll see.
I don't know. Thoughts for next year? I guess.
ESPN, get on that shit.
That's
I
going to
don't-
be the new
I don't
redraft
really want
listener
to
league.
up my league count next year, but if I can shed a few, I'm down.
All right.
Definitely.
But it looks like the answer is Bills, though. I like all three.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do too. I do lean Bills a little bit over the Colts.
I think they all should be fine this week, and I think the difference is going to be much. You can choose whatever your heart desires, but we
All
are
right.
all leaning Bills here.
We have about 3 more minutes before we're going to call this. We do have to get on the road to get down to St. Louis, so get your last questions in here in the next couple minutes so we can get those answered and then call this a Sunday morning, including any asking for a friends.
I'm out of asking for a friends right now. I'm done with my lineups. I got my DFS in. I'm good. By the way, Maurice Harris and DFS only 3,000 on DraftKings.
I'm assuming everyone's starting him.
Percent tone's going to be pretty high, but yeah. Harris, I love MVS and DFS this week.
I'm also playing MVS. And Cooper Kupp, I think, is the other one.
Deion Lewis is cheap. Aaron Jones and Lewis are both cheap in DFS this week.
And I'm playing Aaron Jones.
Yeah, I like them. I have them both going through multiple cash and GPP games.
Yeah.
All right. Well, if you guys are out of questions, I don't see any more coming in. I am out of asking for a friend. I've got all my lineups set. I'm about ready to get on the road here and head down to St. Louis. So we're gonna have some fun down there and rooting for the Wild. So sorry we get to miss football this week. You can still tweet questions at us. Dan, you're not driving, right?
No.
All right. So tweet at 30BFF or at HotBFF with any starting questions. Beerfield account will be driving and probably won't be able to answer.
I've got the Beerfield account too. They can still tweet the show.
We all have the Beerfield account. You don't
I
one that
can
uses
watch
it.
All
We'll
right.
just let you use it so we're not double replying from the account, but I can watch it if you're going to be unavailable.
Yeah, I'll be unavailable for the next hour and a half.
Yeah, I'll keep an eye on it.
Jorge wants to know Ida, Breida, Yeldon, or Martin for full PPR. I think that's Ito.
You said Ida, Breida.
Ida, Breida,
Ida, Breida.
Yelda, Marta.
Ito, Breida, Yeldon, or Martin full point.
It's a weird spell.
I'm going Breida. Breida because he's healthy for now.
Dylan, I haven't had any beer yet this morning. I did not shower beer.
Fist Magic over Brady this week.
Yes.
Yes.
Brady's been pretty floor, Brady.
Yeah, and that whole passing game outside of James White and Josh Gordon has been kind of, well, Edelman's been all right in PPR.
Yeah.
Fitzpatrick, he's going to throw 2 picks to start the game, but
All right.
I'll get you 4 touchdowns in the second half.
And we are up to about 45 minutes here. That is our time limit for today because we do got to get on the road. For Beerfield Fantasy Football, thanks very much, Jorge. Jorge and Dylan both say drive safe to us. So
Thanks, guys.
wish that to Andy as well since he's driving you.
He's driving me, so I'll be fine.
All right, we got Christopher Hopper down in St. Louis. We'll be down in the same area as him shortly.
At Hot BFF.
Dan Third, am I right?
At 30 BFF.
I'm at Nick Sparts. We will catch you guys Monday night when we recap all the games. Thankfully, I have tomorrow off so I can watch my games.
Yay. I have to work at noon.
Oh, you have fun with? You're missing tomorrow?
It's Monday, man.
You need to get your schedule figured out.
I
All
I
right.
need to get
It's
your
not
schedule
my-
figured out.
it's
So
not
you're
my-
not here, man. So to me and Nick show on Monday.
Yep.
always.
All right. Well, remember to follow the show at Beerfield FF. Thank you so much for coming in and dropping questions with us, guys. Hope you enjoyed the episode. We will catch you guys
Next time.
on Beerfield Fantasy Football.
See ya.
Peace.